the Army, the Navy. When I call a play, I'ma score like I'm Brady. The title is mine, if you want it, come take it. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more.
It's been a wet and dreary day by the shores of Lake Erie, but we have football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel, and they're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Jakeem Grant now to return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Well, this defense for the Cards, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Watson off play action. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
Second and 10. Watson now to throw. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And Deshaun Watson, when you think about the toughest quarterbacks in the league to game plan against, he's got to be in your top 5, does he not?
And when you talk about game planning, putting him in the top 5, that's an easy call because he can make every throw. That's not an issue at all. He has great touch delivering the football. But that mobility, that added dimension, when he escapes the pocket and those receivers find their way open, short, medium, and long, he finds the right guy. And last but not least, his toughness. He can stand in the pocket, take a hit, and deliver.
On 4th down, Watson. There's the rookie from Auburn, Anthony Schwartz. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
I know they got the first down, but Brandon, I still don't like the call going for it there. Yeah, they got it, but I would have punted the ball there, played some field position. I mean, it's okay to end drives and kicks, right? We've heard that from different guys before. Remember, a kick's either a punt, right, field goal, or a point after touchdown. It's okay to end it in a kick.
A gain of 6 there on first. 2nd and 4.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch.
Touchdown, Browns! Kareem Hunt His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Here's Murray. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray. And he'll find Hall. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the Browns' 30-yard line.
Throwing now is Murray. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And Rondale Moore, a 2nd-round pick from Purdue. Only 5'7", 181. May have prevented him from going in the 1st round. But what a cerebral player, a great competitor, and his run after the catch, as impressive as anyone had in the draft. Nice catch there. Picks up a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Hall. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Murray now to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. A stop there on third. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on first and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at them with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on third down.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Prater for the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Pulls it in at the 13.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Caught here by Bell. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. He'll buy some time right. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson. The 40, 30, 20, 10. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows a defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So after the loss of down, they'll come up here with a 2nd and goal. From the gun, Murray. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. To throw is Murray. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Prater's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that
pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Williams now on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray, he's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
He finds his man, complete. It's Hall. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Now a man who punted for the Browns in 2015, Andy Leon, to kick it away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
2nd and 5 now. Watson looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in this second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Rondale Moore His third touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On 2nd and inches, Watson. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Now Watson. Got a man at Schwartz, complete. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. A big play that time for Cleveland.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
To the air yet again, Watson. He'll have a first down inside the 10. Touchdown! Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Browns have retaken the lead. McLaughlin for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Williams to return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
From the 36, Murray. He finds his man, complete. That's Hall. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
First down, Murray. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. He finds his man, complete. It's Hall. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up second down. Throwing again, Murray. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. Now Murray. Buying time to his left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray, a 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to regain the lead. Prater for the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. On first down, Watson. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. Rolling to his left. Room to run past midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. Watson on first down. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. On the return, Williams. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it
gets by him, and now a little daylight. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 32 yards.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Now this throw caught left side, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because
under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
What a banner year in 2020 for Myles Garrett. Gets his Cleveland Browns to the playoffs for the first time in a long time and had 12 sacks to lead his team. He's averaged more than 10 sacks a year in his 4-year career and was named All-Pro for the first time after the 2020 campaign.
So the completion good for just 3. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The Browns drive about to get started. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Faking the give. Now Watson. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Watson's throw pulled in by Schwartz. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 14.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime. Figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level. Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Chubb. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Definitely not how you want to start things on first down, and you don't want to panic. A field goal could get you closer, but you have to think to yourself, we even get another shot. At this point, to me, the thinking has to be touchdown or bust.
Hey, we got to get this started. 31. Switch gears.
Chubb again, and he takes this one in for a Browns score. Nick Chubb, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Browns can grab the lead if they hit the extra point. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Williams now on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now, it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. A 3rd quarter now, and a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Murray going to throw. Eluding the pressure right, and he'll just get rid of it.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Chubb with a carry on 1st down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. Watson off play action. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Credit that to the rookie first-rounder Zaven Collins, the former Tulsa Golden Hurricane. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Murray now on first down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Murray now. And he'll find Hall. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. Saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On first down, it's Watson. He's going to air one out. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Browns. Anthony Schwartz, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. From the gun, Murray. Into the secondary, past the 40, and all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Sometimes it pays to be lucky rather than good. That was not even the intended receiver on that pass.
But still able to haul it in for the reception. Murray now on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Hall. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brandon, you know, this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Murray's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play there on the catch and run.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
On 1st down, Hall. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the 4th quarter. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Makes it 3rd down and 12 yards to go.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Watson. He's going to wind up and air it out. It got his man complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 37. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
And you know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here's Watson. And his throw is incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns have moved out in front. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense.
Touchdown, Cardinals! Andy Isabella with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. Taken at the 15, a short kick. Watson to throw. Into the hands of Cooper. That catch good for only a couple.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
To throw, Watson. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And that is incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on fourth down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Returning it is Moore. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Murray. Looking deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Hall. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Prater's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
The Cleveland offense ready to go. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range.
He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed